There you go.
Welcome back, sports fans. John Baranowski here with David Stearns here on Cross Ice Feed.
Hello.
We've got a great game for you. Nova and GMU, George Mason University, just finished their warm-ups. We'll be going to the drop of the puck and the start of the action right quick here.
Got a good crowd here in house, and it's going to be hard to tell who's cheering for who unless you see the front of their sweaters, but all we see is the green and gold. But I'm sure they have a precise type of gold. Kind of like like a goldenrod for one versus another, but
I'm sure there are subtle differences. I want to say Mason's a little darker on both colors.
I'd agree with you on that, yeah.
But I can tell you who people are rooting for here, and that's the Detroit Red Wings. I have seen so many Red Wings fans.
A lot of Tukes out there, yeah.
Here in Caps territory.
Yeah.
I can't say much. I wore my Blue Jackets jersey today.
Not too shabby. Well, here we go. Starting goaltenders, yeah. Well, I don't even know who we got here. Oh, we'll get to it.
All right, right off the face-off, Egan will take it on the far side. He'll dump it in.
I got him.
Looking back to England. England in his own zone, right behind his own net. A little bit of scrum developing right off the bat as it comes through for Rudzinski. Rudzinski will hand it off for Connor Greer. Greer will come out with the puck. He passes it in front. Quick shot. Save made there by Andre Campbell. Back out the other side it goes for Nova. Nova will clear it in. The long shot stopped up by the goaltender. It's going to drop it off behind him. That goaltender is Brian Krause, the freshman.
Get some stats real soon here.
Back on the near side. First stoppage, it's all you, Dave.
Got it.
Back through it goes for Baker. Baker will flip it in. Nova will stop it at their own goal line. They're going to look to set up the breakout to the near side. Up to the near boards it goes. Coughing that one up was Jonathan Bloom, and we're going to have a quick whistle here for offsides.
Starting goaltenders we got on our right. It is Andre Campbell. He's only had 20 minutes between the pipes. No win, no loss. He just kind of filled in there. But we did talk to Coach Haga about him a couple weeks ago up against AU. He's got 9 shots on goal, 6 saves, 3 goals allowed for a 9 goals against average and a .667 save percentage. We'll talk about GMU's goaltender in the next stoppage.
Bloom will clear it the length of the ice, and it comes to the near side boards. Ahead now for Brian Bach. Bach will put it back into the corner. Nova trying to work it in front of Mason's net. Back to the near side it goes. It's going to be carried up ice by Bach. Bach has his pocket pick. Bloom will come back the other way. Back to the near side boards it goes for Stefan Valle. Back behind the net. Bloom won't be able to hang on to it. Mason with that puck up ice. It's Satkowski with it. He'll send it way up ice before he goes off for the change. Nova in their own zone. Plays it up to the far side boards, carrying it ahead for Justin England. Through center it goes. Mason will pick it up as Nova goes for a full sail change. Back to the near side. Through, quick play for Baker. Baker passes it in front, unable to make the connection. Nova will steal it back and get it up and out of their own zone. Giving chase to it is Aaron Shields. Shields will play it off his own bench and slightly ahead as Mason will lose possession of that one. Cleared back into George Mason's zone. Working the breakout is Aaron Shields. Out the near side, he goes cross ice to the far boards, just a bit too far for his forward. Nova will take it back the other way, and they'll cough up the biscuit through center. George Mason back with the puck along this near side. Ahead
great
for Nick
pressure.
Baker.
Oh, he almost had a great turnover there to set up a point shot. Had a man breaking in there, but he couldn't connect with him. Not that bad. Nova trying to get some room in George Mason's zone here.
Baker and Olivet playing pitch and catch down here along the near side. It goes over to the far side boards where it goes for Rodriguez. Back to the near side. Carried up ice now. Nick Baker with that puck. Loses it off. Satkowski will help. That's Shields who will help him out. He gets up through center, and Nova will take it right back. Nova's put a lot of pressure on. George Mason spending a lot of time in their own zone. Granted, they have possession, but they have not been able to work the breakout too well. Back to the near side.
A lot of pressure up at that blue line. They're doing a great job of keeping him in.
Mandeville will take the quick shot. Bouncing puck and a save made there by Andre Campbell.
Let's talk about the other guy on the other side of the ice. That's Brian Krause in net there. He's got 7 games underneath his belt with a record of 4-3. So he's got a .462 goals against and an 85% save percentage. Not too shabby. It's Campbell.
Is it Campbell?
It's Campbell.
Just check and make sure Tim Gonzalez also listed as 31. Also a goaltender. I wanted to make sure we had that right. Over on the far side, carried up ice it goes for Carlson. Cody Carlson gets tripped up, and he'll get the call. We're going to have a delayed penalty coming right now.
Oh, he leaned into that one. I don't know. I think he sold it well because he was just cutting in on that angle, and just the way he fell, it didn't look like a stick on skates at all. It looked like it was sticking midsection. I mean, if anything, he could have sold a hook on it, but the call will probably go as a trip. I mean, just the way he kind of went into it. Yep, and trip is the call.
Yeah, it's a bit circumstantial in the evidence. You could go a little he said, but you know, what are you going to do? You sell it well, that's all part of the game.
So we'll see the first crack at it here for Nova's power play.
Mason will win it off the faceoff, and they'll clear it the length of the ice. A good clear. In enemy territory, it's picked up there by Connor Greer. Greer will cough it up, and it's over to the far side. It goes for England. England back now to the near side, where it's going to be picked up by Caniff. Up ice it goes to Max Ganser. Ganser will dump it in. Brown behind the net, picked up there by Taylor Witt. Up top to the near side boards it goes for Caniff. Caniff looks for the shot, it's wide. Over to the far side boards it goes for England. England, round behind the net, looks for the play in front. Good stick work there. England still with the puck, now along the near side up top for Ganser. Back now to England on the near side half boards, into the corner it goes. Taken now for Bloom. Bloom from the corner, back up top it goes to Caniff. Back past Bloom. Up in front, Bloom has it. He passes it back up top for Ganser. Back now to Caniff. Caniff can't get much on it. And we have it back the other way for Dan Gassel. Gassel, if he can get to that puck, he's got the shot just wide of the net.
What a great shorthanded opportunity there for GMU. What a stand-up hit there in front of the Nova bench, too.
46 seconds remain on the power play for Nova. Over to the far side it goes. It's going to be scooped up. No, it was missed there by England. Now back the other way it goes for Rodriguez. He's going to have his pocket picked. And we're going to have a penalty back the other way. We're going to have some interference and a 4-on-4 for 33 seconds.
Guess it's going to go to Nova here. Is it Stefan Valet that's going to sit for that one? I mean, just the way everybody kind of collided with each other over here. I don't know if it was, I don't know if they're going to set it up as he was setting a pick there for that interference call. I don't know. It's just maybe they just got caught up in the whole shorthanded opportunity for GMU. You know, sometimes when you see the writing on the wall, maybe he just prevented a goal. You never know.
I mean, there are good penalties to take. There's no doubt about that. Any hockey player will tell you as much. We have a quick shot off the face-off. So if you prevent a goal, it's better to take that 2 minutes on the man disadvantage than to have a goal against. No doubt about it. Big hit in the far side boards put on there by Radzinski. Taking it was Bilal. Bilal still battling for that puck. He finally will get it out. He'll come out with it from around behind his own net, and he'll flip it down ice. That's going to be an icing call with 4-on-4. Yes, indeedy. He didn't realize he was not yet on the penalty kill. We got 9 seconds left of 4-on-4 action.
I love watching Coach Hajek on the bench there. He's just as animate, you know, just watching him and Coach Haga in their animation as far as their hand gestures and everything. He's got his hand up, calling that icing himself, and he's pointing exactly where it's going to go after. And Hajek, you know, as animate as he is, you know, remembering what I saw at Fort Dupont a couple weeks ago, he's a very active coach.
There's a reason why this is going to be such a great rivalry, and I'm honored to call it. Back now along the near side it goes in Nova territory. Picking that up is Dylan Downs.
Power play for GMU.
1:22 remaining on that as it comes back along this near side boards. Nova working to get it out as Downs will have it along the near side, kept in there by Taylor Witt. Witt, the center, no, he's going to drop it off to the near side point for Dylan Talbot. Back in that near side corner, it goes back up top to Talbot. Down low, trying to get that bounce pass going. Right along the sides, and it's in the back of the net. Stuffed in there. Who is that? That's what, 21?
Mandeville. Mandeville up front, posted there. He's got 5 power play goals. Credit him with 6. He sat right there at the top of the blue paint and was waiting, and that puck looked like it bounced off of him. So perfect setup, perfect set play, waiting for him to kind of bang one home, and they may have used his upper body to do so.
And they put it beside the cages off the backboards, a real hard shot that bounced off, and he managed to pop it between the goaltender and the post rather quickly there. It's 1-0 George Mason.
Yeah, quite a great power play there, and we were talking with Coach Hajek about it, you know, a couple of the key players in it, and that was definitely the first unit out there. As soon as their penalty expired, they were ready to go.
As it's back along the near side in Mason territory, Nova looking to strike back. They put a shot wide of the net. Quick shot there came from, was that England? Back along the near side, the shot came from England, that's right. Back over the far side, England getting in the way again. Lucky we didn't get the interference there as well. Back into that far side corner it goes for Tyler Cannon.
So they're going to give it to Cordova. And they match it? No.
No, quick shot on net there from point blank range. You just couldn't get the height on it. Back along the near side it goes from England. England back along the near side. No, it's going to be taken away there by Nick Baker. Baker in the Nova territory takes the shot. Blocker save and sent wide. Back over to the far side it goes for Satkowski. Played right up in front. Well, Aaron pass will go the length of the ice. It'll be stopped behind by Kraus. Mason takes it up ice. Back along the near side. That's Pohl with that puck. Garrett Pohl, wearing the 11 sweater, gets into the near side corner. He drops it off there for Rudzinski. Rudzinski gets rubbed off the biscuits and Nova will take it back. A scary pass in front of their own crease. Over the far side now is stolen away there by Taylor Witt. Witt will recoil back into his own blue line where he'll send it up ice again. Carried up ice there for Rudzinski. Rudzinski has it knocked off his stick. Play there from Pohl will be stopped right in front. Another quick shot just high. That came from Jeffrey Egan. To the far side it goes for Taylor Witt. Witt roughed up on the far side boards. Mason will try and take it away. It's played off there by Tyler Brown. Brown will leave it off for Charles Danner. Danner to the near side boards for Cody Carlson. Carlson gets rubbed into the boards. Back round behind the net. Bouncing puck will come high and up through center. Quick shot by Nova is not going to get off. Right in front, another opportunity for point blank range and a save made there as we have some rough action between Pohl and Anthony Olivet.
Kraus kicking out the pad there right at the right moment there. They were looking to go 5-hole on him, but he's trying to maintain rebound control as well. And obviously what we saw from earlier with a great opportunity just a few minutes ago. But back to the power play goal for GMU. They did give it over to Seve Cordova with an assist from Talbot and Mandeville.
Mason will have it through center. Carried up ice there by Dan Gassel. He'll dump it in. Picked up by Tyler Caniff behind the net. Off for England. England battling for that puck. Goes over to the far side. England will pick it up again. Up through it goes. A good push there. That was Charles Cox battling his way back for the puck. It goes off to be left by Kraus to the side of the net, round behind them to the near side boards. Bouncing puck, Nova unable to keep it in. It's going to be held off there by Gassel, but he only had it for a moment. We're going to have an offsides called as Nova got a little overzealous on that when they still had a man deep.
Yeah, you talk about the difference here in GMU's transition under Hijack. His first season he went 2-19, and he's up at 14-10 right now. So great transition for him and his program here as he looks to continue to build on it. And they are 1-3 against 1-3 against ranked ACHA D3 opponents this year, getting beat by Christopher Newport last weekend.
But they are doing well against the D2 teams. We'll get back to that in a moment. As it comes back to the near side, it goes. As Mandeville will take the quick shot there. It's just a bit high and wide. Over for Pohl. Mandeville battling for that puck. Goes high. Back into that corner as Nova will force it out. Up now for Tyler Brown. Brown ahead for Ganser. Ganser along the outside. He doesn't have much support yet. Try to play it through for Bloom. Bloom will take a bouncing biscuit off its twig and back down to the near side. It's going to be taken back the other way for Mason. Mason, if they can force it ahead. Mandeville with that puck. He drops it back. He's trying to get it through for Cordova, who was credited with the last goal. Cordova trying to center it through. It's stolen away by Nova.
It's Ganser getting in the way there again, and he's a great defensive body out there. Let's see if he can block this one up.
Cordova back, trying to play it through for Mandeville. Nothing doing there. It's kicked up and out by Nova. 10:38 remains here in the first period of play. We have a 1-0 score in favor of George Mason University.
Yeah, Nova's trying to get things set up here, and they're just trying to get out of their own zone and try some, something to set up down there. They just can't get the breakout going, so maybe they'll catch GMU on a change here.
Back through it goes. Played up ice by England. England will get to center red before dumping it deep. It's going to be slowed down by Kraus behind his own net. Nova gets that biscuit back. Deep in enemy territory. Carlson battling for it. Actually getting into more of a sparring match than going for the puck at that point, as Mason will carry up ice. Baker with that puck. Baker up to the near side. It goes for Brian Bach. Bach trying to play it off the half boards. Lots of pressure there from England. Quick shot just wide. Get it? No, it's going to be scooped up there instead by Andre Campbell.
Yeah, we were talking here. Yeah, this team has definitely made some progress against some D2 teams up in the ACHA, and it includes George Washington University. And, I actually was looking over my shoulder last year, calling a Patriots game, and I saw them going toe-to-toe with GW. They like the late games. That one was, I think, an 11 o'clock start.
No matinees here as a quick shot sails wide. Over to the far side boards it goes, where it's going to be played by Pole. Bouncing puck picked up by Charles Danner. Danner on the far side boards. Taken away by Mason again. Slapped away by England. He's going to try and set it up and out. No, it's going to be kept in just barely by Pole. Pole ahead there for Satkowski. Back down to the near side boards. Mason putting a little bit of pressure on, but I think they're trying to get some fresh legs on at the same time. Back to the near side it goes for Bach. Bach centers it. No one there. It's going to be kicked way up and out. Looks like we're going to have the icing call as Taylor Witt will come close. It's going to come back into Nova territory.
Yeah, looking at that hybrid icing, the NHL obviously adopting it there as we see. But just to let everyone know out there, we are the Cross Ice Feed. We are a hockey broadcast team here in the DC metro region. Check us out, crossicefeed.com. Follow us on Twitter at crossicefeed and like us on Facebook. If you'd like to get in touch with us, send us an email, contact@crossicefeed.com.
Back to the near side it goes. Nova battling it out for it over to the far side boards. It's going to be kept in there by Baker. Baker puts a long shot on. I'm not sure how that managed to avoid everybody as it's played through again for Egan. Back behind the net for Rudzinski. Rudzinski looking for an option right in front. We're going to have a stoppage as the net off its moorings.
That's off. Oh, man. Yeah, GMU is giving no breaks to Nova right now. They're just trapped in there, and just keeping the puck peppering on there, onto goal, onto Campbell, and hoping maybe to exhaust them there to make it 2-0 here, but we still have 9 minutes to play here in the first. They're going to rule this one outside. They're going to say that GMU was responsible for that push.
One of my favorite goalies to call against was a guy named Kuznetsov. Every time there was a stoppage was why? Kuznetsov. I use that far too often. Back along the near side it goes. Nova driving up ice. Jonathan Bloom will play it in front. Quick shot sails wide. That shot coming from Max Ganser. Back along the near side it goes. Mason trying to work through. No, it's stolen away by Stefan Valet. Mason will get it back this time, and they got a man ahead for Egan. He's going to dump it in. Mason trying to get some fresh legs on. Nova with the puck. Over to the far side. We're going to carry it up ice. Danner will send it ahead. George Mason will stop in front of their own net. Back down to the near side it goes for Baker. Baker bouncing puck through. Too far for Gassel. Set back the other way for Tyler Brown, and that one's going to go up and out of play.
Yeah, it went off of somebody in the Nova bench. Speaking of Nova and GMU, the connection here, obviously with it being a two-year school, it's Cyrus Bakshi has committed to going to George Mason in the fall. He'll be joining the George Mason University ice hockey team.
He wears the 11 sweater for Northern Virginia. I can't say I've seen him yet, but if we do, maybe they leave him out of this game. They're not sure where his loyalties lie. Back to the near side it goes and swinging through center. Carried up by Taylor Witt. Witt will dump it down and around the horn. Back to the near side it goes for Gassel. Gassel dangles once, twice, but it's going to be taken away. Can he get it right back? Hard to tell with that corner
wall
built. Yeah, it's a little bit of something between us and the puck. Round behind over to that far side it goes. Played ahead for England. England will clear it up ice. It's going to be picked up there by Garrett Pole. Pole changes direction. He'll force it up ice. A little too far for the man's twig, but it's going to be taken ahead there. Push there for Scott Bangert. Nova in their own zone as George Mason gets some fresh line on. Justin England over to the far side. He's going to send it ahead through past Tyler Caniff. The errant pass will be picked up way deep in Mason territory by Aaron Shields. Shields battling with that puck away from Anthony Olivet. Puck in front. Quick shot there and a good save made. That shot came from Alex Bilal. Up top. Shot and a save made. The rebound. He scores! Alex Bilal gets a second chance at it off the big juicy rebound. It's all tied up at 1.
Yeah, just trying to pull him from side to side, getting him going is, Kraus was going from post to post and just that flurry of activity, slamming it home back door. That's how you knot up a game right there. That was the pressure we were trying to find from Nova. They didn't have it for quite some time here in this first frame, but they're finally gaining some traction here.
And with the shots at 8 apiece, these teams are more evenly matched than perhaps anyone wanted to admit prior to this game. Back along the near side it goes for Brian Bach. Bach gets ripped off the puck, and we're going to have a whistle for it. Going to be a hook. So there's a chance for George Mason to step right back up and answer this one. They have a 2-minute man advantage.
Yeah, waiting to see who goes here. Yeah, well, looks like it's Charles Danner going to the box. So, yeah, dangerous power play coming up here, and as we noted before, Mandeville, 5 power play tallies. Talbot getting his 4th power play goal tonight. And let's see what unit's out here. It's the first unit, so watch who they post up front. There he is, Mandeville.
Taylor Witt over for Cordova. Quick shot off the far side. Rebound, another big one. Way out of the net. There is Campbell. He was tracking that one down, and he was not going to take no for an answer. My goodness.
Yeah, a little push and shove there, and he was just in front of that one. He came out, tried to make himself real big there to cut off the side angle. They were attempting to stuff his short side or look for a rebound up front because Mandeville, he is posted there. Just give him a chair, a lounge chair at least.
Lazy boy. Over to the far side. Lazy boy recliner right in front of the net. Hey, worked for Thomas Holmstrom, right?
Exactly.
Far side now up top. It goes for Nick Baker. To the near side boards. It goes for Taylor Witt up to Baker. Quick shot. He scores! And that quickly, Mason answers back. Nick Baker on the power play from the top of the slot.
Baker with a laser shot. A lot of traffic up front. They at least had 3 bodies posted up there, including Mandeville. Oh, man. Just a flurry of activity to the point where just Campbell was just so flustered. He was looking for the contact. He wanted goaltender interference. He wasn't getting it because he had his own guys there pushing and shoving as well. So there you go. Mason back with another power play goal, getting their lead back. Not too long after Nova put one on the board.
Cleared back into Nova territory off the face-off win. Played over to the far side boards. Nova trying to work it back, but a quick slap shot there from the far side. Going to get caught up in traffic. Far side it goes. Connor Greer trying to get back to that puck. Right in front. Lofted shot up and over. Jeffrey Egan was the man with that one. We have 6 minutes remaining here in the first period of play. It's 2-1 George Mason. There's a bouncing puck right in front of the slot. Will be sent over to the far side boards. Pohl had a piece of it, and it's up and out of the zone. From his own blue line, it goes for Taylor Witt. To the near side it goes.
I guess we're not going to talk about the Nova goal.
So who'd the assists on that one, Dave? Did you catch him?
I did not. Oh, on this call?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him. Baker, yeah.
Well, I wonder who the assists were.
Oh, yeah, well, they came off the stick of Witt and Talbot.
Okay.
So Talbot's in on 2 of the goals for the Patriots.
Over to the far side it goes. Nova with the puck deep in Mason territory. They've set up shop now as it comes back to the near side for Dylan Downs. Back on the near side. We're going to have a whistle here. So we got those backwards, did we, Dave?
Well, no.
Well, they
got
called
them
backwards, yeah. We received them in wrong order is what I meant to say.
Yeah, so we got Alexander Ballou from Cody Carlson and
Dylan Downs.
Dylan Downs, who I don't have.
No, you don't have a 20?
You stole my roster.
I'm sorry.
Yep, come prepared.
5 minutes remaining here in the first period of play. It's 2-1 in favor of George Mason as we finally have the information on those goals at our disposal. England from behind his own net will play it over to the far side boards. It's kept in there by Baker. Baker, who had the last goal, will send the errant pass through, and England gets it back. England has been all over the ice this game. I have said that name more often than not. Bloom, centering pass. He got knocked off the biscuit right after that, so it's going to go back through to Mason. Back near side, Gassel will play it up ice. Off the backboards beside the net. Played up to the near side for Tyler Caniff. To the far side boards for Bloom. Goes off his skate. He's going to carry it up ice to Valet. Valet takes the shot off the pad. Wasn't sure where, Krause clearly wasn't sure where that one went right after that. George Mason worked the break out to the near side. Ahead for Bach. Bach couldn't get a handle on it. So we played ahead for Sadkowski, who took a big hit there from Caniff. Sadkowski will get it back. And he's going to push it over, and he's going to get lucky. He didn't call it on the offsides. Back through, Taylor Witt will now carry in. He drops it off for Bach. Bach, centering pass, quick shot, stick save made there by Campbell. To the far side it goes. From the point is Pohl. Pohl, his shot wide, will go round behind the net. Bach will have it on the near side half boards. Driving in center. Back up top to Pohl. Quick shot, bouncing puck, he has it, and it's going to be held on there. Good save by Campbell, and a good way to hang on.
Trying to pitchfork it through are the Patriots. They're trying to get up by 2 here, and a little back and forth action here. Not too bad, great flow, and yeah, you've been saying England a lot. You know, his presence is definitely known out there for Queen and Country. Yeah.
John Baranowski here with David Stearns on cross-ice feed. The battle of the green and gold. It's George Mason versus the Northern Virginia Community College. Played up, but not out. It's kept in there by, who is that? That's Baker. Baker knocked off the puck hard after that. Back through it goes for Mandeville. Mandeville driving through, a man possessed, but he's knocked off the puck right thereafter. Pushed ahead from Talbot. Talbot and Cordova battling for that puck. Mandeville a little bit of help there as well. Charles Danner will come back with it. Bouncing puck kept in again. Baker from the near side point will try and put one wide. It's intercepted there by Dylan Downs. Dylan Downs takes out a man, the other number 20 on the way through it. Back up top to Baker, near point. He takes the shot, and we're going to have a whistle.
Cross-check on that.
Unsurprising that he went down like a ton of bricks, and that doesn't just happen to a hockey player.
Yeah.
A cross-check was involved.
Yeah, great draw there. Mandeville getting drawn in there by Dylan Downs. And some news on Dylan Downs. He actually has accepted... He's been accepted by Liberty University. So we'll see. They have 3 great programs there in the D1, D2, and D3 levels. So we'll see if he fits into one of those. I'm sure he will. Just a matter of which one.
Liberty University is the first college to have all five levels of the ACHA,
Yeah.
all 3 men's and both women's teams. Impressive.
Power play Nova. There we go.
Oh, now over to the far side. Nova trying to set up shot. We're going to have another call.
It's 4-on-4 now.
Interference, and right that quick. 11 seconds in, it's going to be evened out.
Well, that didn't take long, and if this is reminiscent of anything, it's just kind of the same way it shook out for George Mason when they got their first power play goal. Let's see, they're going to have 11 seconds on an abbreviated power play on the other side of it, but yeah, we'll see. Going to the box right now is Cody Carlson for interference.
Last time the Patriots seemed to have the advantage on 4-on-4 hockey. We'll see if that shakes out again. It's with a little more ice. They seem to do just a little better than Nova acclimated. But, I mean, it was only 33 seconds we saw. So with almost 2 minutes, could be a very different story.
And look, if they can't settle it here in this game, they got curling after.
I think that should be every overtime, really. Round behind the net. Nova in their own zone. They played over to the far side. England with it again. Sends the long toss. It's going to be intercepted by Pohl. Pohl pushing it up ice for Rudzinski. Over to the far side boards. Ahead for Taylor Witt. Witt along the outside. He gets caught up just a little bit. No call. Gets around the diving man. Backhand effort. And there's just no room to work with. Diving for it was Campbell, and he missed. I think that net's actually off its moorings as it's bouncing puck around the outside again. Backhand effort there. No one there on the doorstep to help him out. Who is that man? That was Witt. He was really battling for that puck. He felt it. He wanted a goal bad. Pohl getting the second effort there. He'll take the shot. It bounces wide. Funky bounces down there as that one went off the backboards into the side of the cage. It's going to be stopped up under the pad of Andre Campbell.
They're taking it to Funky Town. 2:04 left here in the first. 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute and 2. George Mason up 2-1. David Stearns with John Baranowski here for Cross Ice Feed. Giving some action here. Giving some love to the ACHA D3. We called Nova an AU 2 weeks ago. Check out the replay. YouTube.com/crossicefeed.
Bouncing puck taken away by Mason. They're trying to work off that post again. They feel they have something there, and well, it worked for their first goal. From the point, quick shot. That came from Shields. Bounces wide over the far side. It goes for Baker. Baker sends it down to the corner for Cordova. Bouncing puck. Baker waiting for it. He's not going to get it. It's going to be sent up ice by Bloom. The pass just a bit too far for Max Ganser. Far side, Kraus will play it up ice. It was beside his cage, and he didn't like it. Up top now to the near side, it goes for Cordova. Cordova to the outside, swings it. Bouncing puck goes round behind the net and over to the far side for Shields. Shields will backhand it round. It hits off the dashers and rides its way around to the near side boards. 18 seconds remains of 4-on-4 action. Bouncing puck just too far for Mason. It's back now the other way for Ganser. Max Ganser, quick shot, and the rebound bounced off his chest. He wasn't too sure about that one. Kraus knew he had it, but went a little hot potato on him after that.
And Downs almost clearing house there for Nova, just bumping the bodies around, and yeah, Nova getting rejected there on an opportunity. Yeah, Kraus is standing tall. He rejected them like a nerd on prom, asking to go to prom.
As face-off one now to the near side. Carried up ice by Garrett Pohl. Pohl ahead for Cordova. 1 minute remains in the period. We have the abbreviated power play for GMU. Back to the near side it goes.
That was quick.
And just like that, it's over. Over to the far side it goes for Cordova. Bouncing puck, he scores! scores! Mandeville right in front, got the 360 pass. The man spun around beside the cage to feed him, and he put it in the back of the net here with 44.4 seconds remain. It's 3-1 Patriots.
Mandeville was in his office, and he was pretty much doing his job. I mean, boy, he signed off on that one so fast. It left Campbell's head spinning.
I told you, give that boy a lazy boy in front of the crease. He deserves it at this point. That was impressive.
It's not a lazy boy, maybe like a chaise lounge, because lazy boy sounds so derogatory.
I think he deserves it, frankly. He deserves to be able to be lazy in front of the net because he works so darn hard. As we try to see another effort right there on the doorstep. Far side it goes for Bloom. We're going to have the offsides there. It's Nova a little bit overzealous, and we're waiting to record the goal call from the public address.
They are so liberal with the assists, I guess, but no, I'm just saying everybody was involved on that one. So it looks like here's your #1 star already if it keeps up at this rate, and it's definitely Dylan Talbot, who's got an assist on every single one of these goals. But yeah, it's Mandeville coming off the stick of Cordova.
Bouncing puck inside the Patriot zone. Nova trying to work it through. That's Bloom bouncing that puck through. Ahead for Ganser. Ganser trying to reach his way to slap it with the stick behind the net. We're going to knock it off the back of the cage. And the net off its moorings. 9.1 seconds remain here in the third. 3-1, your score.
Yeah, Bakshi and Baker were going at it along those far boards and near the GMU bench. So starting to get some scrappiness going out there. Nova looking to mix it up a little bit before going into the dressing room. But at this rate, it looks like they're going to be down 2.
Well, when you have those goals in the last minute of play, that means a whole lot for the momentum. And hockey's a very momentum-focused game, but I guess we can leave that for the intermission. Just 4 seconds away. Back round to the near side as it's dumped in, and Nova clearly waiting to take this one into that dressing room. Well, 3-1 is your score, but this one certainly has been a good game on the ice. It's been back and forth, and neither team has let up on this one.
14-10 shots in favor of GMU, and this one is far from over. So we're going to roll right into our second period here in a few moments.
There's no actual intermission for the first one.
Careful, man. So as we're talking here, let's recap the goals, shall we? George Mason with 2 power play goals, one of them coming off early on within the 6 minutes of the start of the first period, and that one coming off the stick of Cordova with a helper from Talbot and also from Mandeville. And we all thought that it went off the body of Mandeville and in, but they in fact will credit it to Cordova. The second power play goal coming a couple minutes later, and that one's credited to Nick Baker with a helper there from Taylor Witt and once again Dylan Talbot. And Talbot was not done setting up plays as he set up an even strength goal as a penalty was expiring against Nova. And that would be Alexander Mandeville with the third tally with a helper from Cordova and Talbot. And then on the other side, Nova putting one in. And that one came from Alexander Balu, I beg your pardon.
I believe it's Balau.
Balau, all right, thank you. You were the one that got the pronunciations the last time, so it's Balau.
I believe it's Balau.
And Dylan Downs got the first assist on that, and the second helper came from Cody Carlson. So, yeah, don't exactly have accurate stats here on Nova, but you know, seeing where things fall with GMU, yeah, they're pretty efficient on the power play, and even got a couple of shorthanded goals underneath their belts. Cordova having one, and Tyler Lovejoy with the other. So.